Hello everyone, welcome to today's live section. It's a masterclass. We're talking about money, power, purpose, the ultimate masterclass for women ready to rise. Have you ever looked at your life and thought, I'm doing so much, but why do I still feel like I'm not where I'm supposed to be? Have you ever wondered, how can I be so talented, so hardworking, so capable, and still feel like money isn't matching my potential? If you have ever found yourself like that, maybe you have even whispered this quietly to yourself at night. Is this all there is to life? Because if you've ever asked these questions, I want you to know something. You are not behind. You are not broken. And you are being called higher. Now, I'm Oluwagbenro Ajayi. You are welcome once again to this masterclass tonight. And I'm deeply passionate about women rising financially, emotionally, spiritually, and powerfully as well. Because I've lived long enough to know that when a woman learns how to master her money, her mind, and her mission, she becomes unstoppable. And tonight, I want to pour into you like a sister, like a mentor, and like a guide. Why? Because you didn't come here by accident. Your presence in our live session tonight is divinely orchestrated. You came here because something in you is ready. And that's why you are here with us. Tonight is not just a conversation. Tonight is a masterclass, like I said. And I want you to treat this like you paid $1,000 to be here. Get your notebook, get your pen, get your tea, your water, your peace. Why? Because by the time we finish this session today, you will have a blueprint. Here's what we are going to cover in this masterclass today. We are going to learn how to heal your relationship with money, how to create multiple streams of income, how to step into real personal power without guilt. We're going to learn that. We're also going to consider how to build passive income wisely and how to rise into leadership without losing yourself, and much more. Because we'll talk about how to become the woman your future is waiting for. And throughout this session, I will pause and ask you to reflect. I will make some personal declarations, because transformation does not happen when you listen. It happens when you decide. So let's make this class as interactive as possible. Participate. So let's begin. The number one thing we'll be discussing tonight is money, the foundation of freedom. Money, the foundation of freedom. Money is not just currency, it's confidence, it is choice, it is peace. My beautiful sister, it's good to begin from here, because if we are going to rise, we are going to truly elevate our lives. We cannot keep this path at all. We cannot pretend. We cannot just sugarcoat things. Even the scripture says, money answereth all things. So we cannot avoid what we have been trained to avoid. We have to talk about money. And not the surface level conversation, not the just also other conversation tonight. This is going to be different. It's not to start a business and everything will change conversation. No. We are going deeper. We're talking about the emotional truth of money. We're talking about the emotional truth about money, because money is not just paper. Money is not just numbers, Money is not just a currency. Money is choices. Money is freedom. Money is dignity. Money is the ability to breathe when life happens. Money is the ability to live a toxic environment without begging. So it's a very important thing to discuss is the ability to rest without fear. Money is the ability to take care of your children without anxiety. Is the ability to help others without destroying yourself. And I guess that's why the scripture says, money answereth all things. And what I know for sure is this, that a woman who does not have the financial stability may still be intelligent, she may still be spiritual, she may still be loving. Excuse me, please. You know, like I was saying that a woman who does not have financial stability, she may still be intelligent, she may still be spiritual, she may still be loving, she may even be very hardworking, but she will often feel like she's living in a cage. And tonight we are breaking cages. Somebody say break the cages. Type that in the chat. Whether we are watching right now or you are watching later, say I will break the cages. And tonight we are not breaking it with noise, not with arrogance. We are not going to break the cage with hypes, but with wisdom, with truth, with strategy. And finally, we'll break it with sisterhood, because women has power. Now, I want to ask you something. And if you are alive, I want you to respond in the chat honestly. When you hear the word wealth, because we want to consider why women struggle financially. So when you hear the word wealth, what do you feel? Is it excitement or is it discomfort? Is it envy? Is it motivation? Is it guilt or is it hope? Or is it fear? Because many women struggle financially, not just because they don't work hard, but because what they believe deep down. Some women believe, some women believe deep down is the reason why they struggle financially. Some women believe that if I become wealthy, people will hate me. Some women believe that if I become wealthy, I will lose my friends. Some believe that if I become wealthy, I will not be able to get married on time. I will not have a good husband who will love me for who I am, but men will love me just for my money. Some women believe that if I become wealthy, I'll become prideful. Some believe that if I become wealthy, I'll be alone. Some even believe that if I have money, people will always come and use me. And and for some, money is associated with pain, because you saw your mother cry over the money. You saw your parents fight over money. Oh my God, this is common in maybe many parts of the world where there is extreme poverty. You saw money become a weapon in relationships. You saw men use money to control women. And so now you desire wealth, but you fear it. And that conflict creates sabotage. Now, because you cannot attract what you secretly resent, you cannot build what you secretly fear. And so the first step of becoming financially free is not even anymore. The first step is healing your relationship with money. Because money is not the enemy. The enemy is what you believe about money. And my sister, I want you to hear me. You do not have to struggle to be worthy. Never. You do not have to suffer to be respected. You do not have to be broke to be humble. You can be rich and righteous. You can be wealthy and kind. Excuse me. You can actually have money and still have a pure heart. Now, let's name the thing. We have the money trauma and how it shows up in women's life. Many women have money trauma, and trauma is not always dramatic. Sometimes trauma is subtle. Trauma is what happens when your nervous system learns that money is unsafe, and then trauma can look like this. You earn money, but you spend it immediately. You receive money, but you feel anxious holding it. You have money, but you feel guilty saving it. You make progress, but you self-sabotage. You get a raise, and suddenly a family emergency appears. You start a business, but you undercharge because you fear rejection. Oh my God. You work so hard, but you still feel like you can't breathe. That's the trauma. And some of you are not even spending on yourself. You are spending on everybody else except yourself. You are the family bank. You are the one everybody calls when there is a crisis. You are the one who is always who always asks to be strong for everybody. And it's a beautiful thing to be supportive though, but let me tell you the truth. When you keep saving everybody's else and you postpone your own future, one day you will wake up tired of being needed. And in the long run, you might look unwise because not every of them will even appreciate you. So you get tired of being responsible, tired of being everybody's safety net while nobody is your safety net. So tonight, we are learning how to be generous without being self-destructive. If you are getting something, type 1 in the chat. Now, we want to talk about the 3 levels of wealth and where you are right now. Is it a good thing to discuss? If you think yes, please give me your favorite emoji in the comments. Now, I want to teach you something that changed many people's life, that changed my life. Number 1 is that there are 3 levels of wealth. Excuse me. There are 3 levels of wealth, and I want you to identify where you are right now. Level 1 is the survival level. Survival is when you are always worried. You may be working, you may be earning, but you are constantly anxious. That's the survival level. You are constantly cashing up, constantly borrowing, constantly stressed. You are not planning for the future because you are just trying to survive the week. Level 2 is stability. Stability is when you can breathe, you have savings, you can handle emergencies, your bills are paid, your mind is calm, you can make decisions without panic. And we also have level 3, and that is the real place everybody should work towards. That is freedom. Freedom is when your money is working even when you are not. Warren Buffett says that if you don't find a way to earn money while you are sleeping, you will end up working for the rest of your life. So in the level of freedom, you have assets, you have investments, you have passive income, not just semi-passive income or active income. You have full-fledged passive income. You have options. So freedom means you can choose rest. Freedom means you can choose your children, you can choose your family, you can choose your peace. Now tell me, my sister, where are you right now? Excuse me. And I don't mean you should judge yourself. No shame, no guilt, just honesty. Because honesty is the beginning of transformation. If you are in survivor, we are going to move you to stability. Please, are you following me? Are you with me? I want to believe you are still hearing me. So, if you are in stability, we are going to move you to freedom. And if you are already in freedom, then we are going to talk about legacy. The to go deep more into the legacy part, you might need to watch the live session that we held yesterday. Now, the biggest financial lie women believe. Here is it. Number one, if I work hard, I will be financially free. This applies to both men and women, but especially women. Hard work is honorable, but hard work without strategy will keep you tired. You must have a strategy. Hard work without structure will keep you broke. There is no two way around it. When you have hard work without boundaries, it will keep you drained. Some of you are not poor just because you are lazy. You are poor because you are carrying too many people. Some of you are not struggling because you are not intelligent. You are struggling because you are too emotionally generous. You say yes too much. You give too much. You rescue too much. That's why. Excuse me. And I want you to hear this. A woman who cannot say no will always struggle financially, because money is a reflection of boundaries. Wealth is a reflection of discipline, and financial freedom is not a miracle. It is a system. So tonight we build systems. Financial freedom is a system, and tonight we are going to build that system. Watching me live right now and you're here to subscribe to our channel, I would just want to tell you that please subscribe to our channel. And if you are enjoying what we are discussing at the moment, please like this video so that the algorithm can recommend it to more people to come and benefit. Now, what are practical money blueprints? That is step by step for financial rise. We are going to get into the blueprint proper now. So get your notebook if you have not been writing, because this is the part that changes lives. Step number one is that you need to track your money for 30 days. 30 days only, because it's not easy to continuously say you'll be tracking, except you are the type that easily form an habit and can keep to it. But at least for 30 days for a start, do it. If you enjoy it, you might decide to continue. And not just that, it will help you to be able to know where your money is going, because as simple as this may sound, it's not easy. So when you are tracking money, it requires facing yourself. So that's why it's not easy. It's like, am I monitoring the way I'm spending? And there's a kind of signal it gives to you that your system wants to reject it. So, but it requires accountability. It requires honesty. And many women avoid numbers because they feel shame. But listen, your bank account is not a judgment of your words. Never. It is simply information. And information is power. So for 30 days, write down every single thing you spend on without holding back on any. And then every transaction, every snack, every transport, every subscription, every online shopping, because you cannot change what you refuse to acknowledge. That's why this particular step is very important. So make sure you carry it out. Step number 2, build your freedom fund. Your freedom fund is your emergency savings. This is money you do not touch, not for air. I know we women, we don't joke with our air, but this one is not for air. Excuse me. It's not for nails, it's not for fashion, it's not for travel. This is money that protects your life. Because emergencies don't announce themselves. Your child gets sick, your car breaks down, your business slows down, your job delays salary, and the woman with no savings becomes desperate just because of those little things. But a woman that has savings will be calm, and calm women will be able to make better decisions. So start small, even if it's $5 a week, even if it's $10 a week, even if it is 1,000 naira a week, start. Because a woman who saves is a woman who believes in her future. Now, step number 3, I want you to eliminate your financial leaks. Eliminate your financial leaks. Now, I want you to ask yourself, where is my money leaking? Where is the leak coming from? Because a leak doesn't have to be big to destroy a house. Small leaks can drown your future. Just like if the roof of your house is leaking and you have a POP, that leak, small leak, can eventually make your POP to collapse, even when it is still new. So you don't want to take anything for granted. So ask, do I spend emotionally? Do I shop when I'm stressed? Do I overspend to impress people? Do I always pay for others out of guilt? You need to check all of these things. You need to find out, do I subscribe to things I don't use? And here's the truth. Many women don't have a spending problem. They have an emotional regulation problem. They spend because they are lonely. They spend because they are overwhelmed. They spend because they are trying to fill a hole. But money cannot fill emotional emptiness. I want you to know that. Only healing can do that. So when you feel like spending impulsively, pause and ask, what am I really needing right now? Is this what I need? Can this wait? Is this a pressing need? You need to find out all of this. Then step number 4, increase your income. Now I want you to hear me. Budgeting is important, but budgeting is not enough, because you cannot budget your way out of poverty. At some point, you must increase income, and that means that you need to negotiate. You may need to negotiate your salary, or ask for a promotion, learn an high income skill, or start a side business, or monetize your talent. You have your gifts, your skills, you have wisdom, and the world pays for solutions. So just ask yourself, what do I know that can help somebody else? And don't overcomplicate it. Sometimes the business idea is already inside you. You just haven't honored it. Now, step number 5, start investing. Because saving is good, but investing is how wealth multiplies. Saving keeps money safe, investing makes money to grow. And women must invest because it's trendy, not because you must invest not just because it is trendy, or because of social media, but because the woman who invests becomes untouchable. Even if you start with a small mutual fund, you cannot imagine how huge it can become. Even if you start with a cooperative, if you start with stocks, even if you start buying land slowly, just start. Now, because the woman who invests is building a future she cannot be removed from. Now, I want you to say this with me. First breathe in and then breathe out. So say this words with me slowly. I am a woman who is financially wise. I honor my future by managing my money well. I release shame around money. I am learning, I am growing, I am building. I deserve wealth that brings peace. I will not struggle forever. Yes, and my sister, we are just getting started. Because now I believe that you understand money. So we must talk about power, and power is where women truly rise. Tomorrow in our live session, we are going to continue from that power. So we'll go deeper, because if money is the foundation, power is the awakening. So make sure you save a date with us tomorrow. Make sure you are online to watch us. And if you miss the online session, make sure you watch the replay of our live session tomorrow. Thank you. Have a nice day.